Ashley, and we're coming at you live from Boston for what seems like it's been a minute.
I know. We've had a couple of missed weeks in this season.
Yes, we have.
Listen, prioritizing, balance, our health, our busy schedules, and that's okay.
And in our defense, last drop day was supposed to be our long-awaited Glow Bar event. And for the first time ever, our manifestations did not work, and Mother Nature was not in sync with You Can Do Both. And the only day of the entire week, it was raining.
No, it's crazy.
Downpouring, actually. It was terrible, very gross weather.
I know. But thank God, because we were going back and forth as to whether or not we wanted to reschedule. And imagine if we rescheduled and it didn't end up raining.
Yeah.
That would have been terrible. So, whatever. It wasn't meant to be. And now we've rescheduled for October 8th on Tuesday. So,
yes.
Make sure if you did RSVP for the 26th and you can no longer make it, reminder to please change your RSVP to no so that some people on the wait list have an opportunity to join us. But, yeah, I'm still so excited.
Yeah, and a little hack for those that are on the wait list as you're listening, Partyful doesn't automatically opt you in based on what order you were in the wait list. So make sure your Partyful notifications are on, and then as soon as you get a notification that I'm pretty sure everyone gets notified that somebody declined,
yeah,
you can go in and just change your update. So
yeah.
Kind of a hack if you really want to see us hang out and get a Glow Bar goodie bag.
So fun. Ashley.
Oh, wait. You know what? I have something to say.
What?
You didn't tell me how tan I looked.
Wow, you look so tan.
Do you not see a difference?
I didn't really notice it, but yeah, maybe I see it. Yeah.
I think you're forgetting how pasty pale I was.
Yeah, your arms definitely look tan.
Yeah.
Well, what'd you do?
The Luxe Unfiltered that I ordered at your home on Sephora. Yes, guys. So I'm going to try to be keeping up with nothing crazy. Just a base tan so I don't look like a scary ghost. And it's so easy. I put on the tiniest little bit, once all over my body before bed. And because it's a gradual lotion, you don't have to wash it off. It doesn't get on your sheets. It doesn't transfer. So, yeah. And they fix the smell so it doesn't smell bad.
See, that is the very key element in a self-tanner.
Yes.
You need to find something that's not sticky and that's not smelly. Otherwise, it just deters me from ever using it.
Yeah, it really doesn't have a scent.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at you, especially with the color of your shirt and looking at you in the camera, you definitely look tan. I look ghosty.
And maybe to the average eye, you wouldn't think, wow, that girl's tan. But if you know me and you see what I look like now, I look healthy. I don't look sick. So, and these red nails that I got were really showing my paleness. You can actually see it on a couple of these fingers. Something about the bright white skin and a bright red.
No bueno.
It's not really a look.
No, it's giving Halloween. It's giving
It is. Plus
witch.
Black hair.
It's giving witch.
Yeah. It's not doing it, so.
I know. We've entered the ghostly season. We're at the beginning of it, but unless we got some vacations planned, we're going to be real white.
Yeah, seriously.
We also get to a point where the tan lines just don't exist anymore, and that's a really sad time to be alive.
No, it's so sad because in the summer you're looking at your tan lines and you're like, wow, I can't believe my entire body used to be that color.
Yeah.
And then you blink and you're back and there's no tan lines to be found.
Yeah. So Ashley, do you have any life updates?
No, nothing crazy. We just rehearsed that back and forth, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay. No, I actually do have one major life update, and it's that now I've seen this on the internet, but I really do believe Kenzie Elizabeth, my favorite podcaster, started this, and she claimed that September was a new year. And I've never resonated with anything more. It does make sense with the whole back to school moment. And when I tell you, I am prepping right now in my life more than I ever have for any new year. I don't know what has come over me. My Notion is up to date. I am rebudgeting, like down to the point, and I would honestly love to do a podcast episode on this.
I would love for you too.
My Amex credit card, like the amount that you pay per year versus all of the benefits, I literally have a conditional formatting Excel piece that turns green or red if I am actually using the benefits. And I've never done this exercise because I've secretly feared I was never using enough benefits and I was actually paying more to use the card.
Yep.
I feel so much better. Like, things are so scary until you do them.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the way it is with opening bills, doing finances.
Yeah.
Things are so scary until you break it down. And I've already hit, like, I've already saved $400+.
Amazing.
So that's just a little bit of peace that's brought me.
Yep.
And it's such an easy little template that I added, and I just feel really on top of everything.
Amazing.
I am basically creating an entire template, like, for my life. Like, there's so many details, and I don't even want to get into all of them right now.
Yeah, because we're going to do a whole episode about it.
Yeah, but it's just, I'm feeling really good. Last night, Joe and I went through every single cabinet in the kitchen and, like, cleaned out a bunch of stuff.
Wow.
If you are in Courtney's position right now, you can see the Margaritaville machine on our kitchen table. So we're really just saying goodbye to things that no longer serve us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, let go.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm also doing the same, but I'll get to that later in the episode. But that's really inspiring. Like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to dive deeper with you on that in an upcoming episode, because I think everyone can kind of, like you said at the beginning, like, it seems very overwhelming until you actually just sit down and do it. And that's something that I feel like people can suppress and kind of brush off in figuring out how to just make their different parts of their life a little better.
Totally. And just taking control of it. You feel
it's a great
so
feeling.
good.
It's a great feeling.
But that's pretty much all that's new with me. What's new with you? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Nothing really new either. I just have another work event in New York City next week, so just some travel. And then hopefully after that event, I will be a lot more present in my life and be back in Boston and just, like, ready for fall and the holidays. But yeah, I've had a lot of Boston weekends at home, or weekends at home in Boston over the past couple of weeks. And it's been so nice to just, like, be here, spend time with friends, go out to dinner, go out to brunch, because I feel like summer hasn't been like that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm just feeling very at peace being at home, and, like, it's getting me so excited for the hibernation season and, like, just a lot of time in Boston in the coming months.
Yeah. Oh, that makes me excited.
I know. Oh, what a great transition.
As if I didn't plan
As
that.
if you didn't plan it. Oh my gosh. So today we are talking about all the ways we're bringing excitement into our life. We kind of talk about it all the time, the importance of micro joys and just how you are in control of your day-to-day. And so we created a list of all the things that we're doing to reinvigorate excitement, things we're looking forward to, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I'm excited about this topic because I think everyone needs a little reminder. Maybe you're, like, in that stage of life, specifically around this time of year, where you're like, you know what? Everything sucks. Yeah. I hate this time of year. Summer's over. My life is over. Nothing is exciting anymore.
Yeah.
And we got you.
Yeah.
So the first one that comes to mind, and I'm not even sure this was on our list, but now that you're sitting across from me, it came to mind. Football Sundays, specifically with friends,
yep.
And specifically at Courtney's when she makes her buffalo chicken cutlets, they were so good.
So good. So good. I couldn't agree more. I don't remember the last time I invited friends over to just hang out.
I haven't been to your apartment in so long. That was my first time seeing the couch.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a lot of things to cover.
Yeah.
I got a new couch, ladies and gentlemen. And this also, something that was sparking joy that I think you can also resonate with is, like, getting rid of things that don't serve you, which you already mentioned. The couch that I had before was a couch that Matt has had for years and he's loved, and there was nothing wrong with it, but for some reason I was like, I want to get a new couch. I want to get something comfier. I want to get something bigger so that we can host and entertain people.
His was giving more solo man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was giving
vibes.
bachelor energy. Mm-hmm. Like, it was sleek, it was gray, it was, like, not a couch that you could just dive into and cuddle up in.
It wasn't for the girls.
No, it wasn't for the girls.
Yeah.
And so, thank God, Ashley recommended stopping at the Kittery Crate and Barrel outlets on the way home from Labor Day, because Mr. Matthew and I stumbled across a $400 couch.
Guys, $400
That's life-changing.
Crate and Barrel couch.
Guys, listen to this real quick. We get this couch. First off, we stumble upon it, and the salesperson comes up to us as Matt and I are just looking at it and admiring it, and she's like, guys, guess how much that is? And we're like, I don't know. Like, there's a huge sale, but couches are expensive. We were like, $1,000. She's like, no, $400. Immediately, jaws dropped to the floor. Haven't even sat on it yet. I'm like, we must get it. I've never heard of like a cheaper couch in my life. And then we wave Ashley and Joe over. They're like, no way, $400. We're like, something has to be wrong with it. We're observing it. We're like walking around. We're trying to find any stains, any holes, etc. We're like, nope, it's perfect. We have to get this. So the catch is, at the outlets, they don't deliver it to you, so you have to organize a way to pick it up within 48 hours from purchasing it. So Matt, the following day, rents a U-Haul in Boston, goes all the way, basically has like a 10-hour excursion, picking up a U-Haul, going 2 hours, picking it up by himself, because I was working that day. I was in back-to-back Zoom meetings. This man comes home. He takes out our old couch. Meanwhile, I was selling our old couch on Facebook Marketplace.
Which is amazing timing.
Oh, yeah. It was beginning of September. So it was first week of September. So it was just easy. We ended up selling it to the first person that said, like, I will pay in cash and I will pay you extra to deliver it. And Matt's like, well, I have this U-Haul truck for the day, so it's mine as well. This man, not only is he doing all these things by himself, taking out the old couch, putting in the new couch, he now decides to drive to Sharon, Massachusetts, west of the city, and during rush hour traffic to drop off this couch to this like little Italian woman. Craziness. I'm like, I thought he was gonna get abducted because it was my Facebook profile and like this person that wanted a little 26-year-old blonde girl to bring a couch to her. I don't know. I just think of the absolute worst in those situations. Anyway, the man goes, he spends like an hour there. He's helping this woman move the couch around in different areas in her house. She had just moved here from Alaska with her family yesterday. Her husband works on an oil rig. He was gone. He couldn't help her move furniture around. Anyways, she was so excited that she has the first piece of furniture in her new home. Really cute, whatever. As he's doing all of this, and he's absolutely exhausted, and I was no help, I am like putting the couch together, cleaning up the space in our apartment.
Oh wait, you missed the piano piece of just a funny tidbit. This woman offers Matt wine, like, as a thank you. This only happens to Matt.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm texting him. I'm like, can you confirm that you have not been abducted? Are you okay? He's moving a couch around inside this woman's home. He's being offered glasses of wine. This woman is asking her 15-year-old son to play the piano for him. Matt sits there and is like, nodding his head. I could just imagine him like holding a glass of red wine, like just watching this 15-year-old son play the piano.
This was also, I think, really important for Matt because he had sentimental value in that couch. So he was like, well, I want it to go to a good home. Yeah. And it did indeed go to a good home.
It did. It was a win-win. We also, for what we sold the couch for, it like broke even with the U-Haul and the couch. So essentially our new couch is free.
Amazing.
But as Matt is having this extravagant, exhausting day to himself, with all the physical labor, I am at home and I realize why the couch was $400. I'm like, do I text him? Do I wait for him to come home? I call my parents, I FaceTime them, I show them. We're peeing ourselves laughing. He gets through the door. I tell him. He's like, what? Pissed. The couch is two different couches. It's a sectional. Two completely different couches. Where the couch was in the CV2 outlet, the lighting was horrendous. Like, none of us saw it.
I remember it being like, I feel like the coloring's off here, and we were like, no, it's because the light. It's because the light was on one half of the couch and not on the other. They probably did that strategically.
They did. So these are the differences. Like, to someone that just walks in, they're not going to notice. No. However, It's so different. The armrests are different, which I didn't even realize till you came over.
Yep.
The material, like the side that is not the L is so much more comfortable than the side that is the L. They're slightly different colors and they're slightly different textures. However, I love my new couch.
No, I love it too. It's so cozy.
Despite all of its little imperfections, I love her so much.
I think it's perfect.
It has drastically improved my life. Like, I now want to have people over and make sure that, because like everybody can comfortably sit in my smaller apartment. Like, it just has sparked so much joy. I don't even use my desk anymore to work. I work on the couch all day long, which is like maybe not good for the back, but
whatever.
Yeah, so that was a long detour, but a story worth sharing.
No, I'm actually happy that we covered that, because in previous recordings I was like, wait, we forgot this major life update.
Yeah.
And this was my credenza that I got in that same CB2 trip.
It was a very successful trip.
It was really successful.
A very successful trip.
Ours wasn't as much of a deal as yours, but you know what? I still love her. And I do think the podcast looks better, if I'm being honest.
I think so too. So thank you for that investment.
Of course.
But yeah, so this is your sign. If you have a piece of furniture or something in your apartment that you just look at and you're like, why do I have this? I don't even like it. Facebook Marketplace exists. You can literally make your money back, or your portion of the money that you will spend to get the replacement. So just do it. It'll change your every day. It'll get you so excited for life. And your home is so important. Like, you need to love everything about it.
What's your next change in your home? Because I have one on my list.
For my home or for your home?
No. Oh my God. Imagine I'm like, I hate this about your apartment. No.
It's been on my list for literally ever, but I think I need some outside help. My bookcase, my built-ins, like, I just want to be more intentional about it. Like, right now it's kind of just stuff. I haven't gotten anything new to decorate it. Mm-hmm. It's just things that we've accumulated and we've tried to make it look somewhat nice, but I want to put more intention behind it. But yeah, that's my next little project. What's yours?
Mine is, I want new dining chairs.
Nice.
Yeah. I want like nice ones.
Yeah, you should. You deserve that.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually have another thing. I want that damn Peloton out of my apartment. I asked him on
When was the last time he used that?
He hasn't used it all year.
Tell him to just list it on Facebook Marketplace.
I don't know what it is. People with Pelotons that are
My mom did the same thing.
They are obsessed with it for the first 6 months, maybe to a year. And then it just sits there, but they cannot give it up.
They can't get rid of it.
And I'm like, we don't have a big enough apartment for this.
No.
This is my Zoom backdrop, a fucking Peloton that we don't use.
Yeah.
It's the focal point of our apartment.
Yep.
And I would like to get a cute little bistro or like dining table for that area that it sits under.
Yeah.
Where it is. I asked him on the way over. I was like, so, what are the odds? He's like, immediately no. Like, sell yourself better. Why are you starting with that? And then he's like, no. I was like, can't we just put it in storage? Like, come on.
Yeah.
He's like, but I use it. I'm like, no, you don't.
No.
He's like, but I will use it. We're entering hibernation season. I'm like, we will not.
Give him a timeline.
I will. But anyway.
Anyways.
Okay, back to things that excite us.
Yeah, so that was the first one.
Yep.
I think that's a great first one.
That covered a few different areas.
Yeah. On a similar note of, changing things that you don't like in your home, I think Pinterest mood boarding, Pinterest for me is one of those apps that I love when I'm on it, and then I'll go 4 months and I totally forget about it.
Yeah.
Aside from my recipes, I am very consistent with finding recipes, but as far as fashion, home inspiration, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Sunday on Courtney's couch, I spent the entire day on Pinterest, and I've never been so at peace. But I think it can bring so much excitement. You create a new board. Let's say it's for your style. You're like, you know what? This fall, I want to be a fashionista. Mm-hmm. I want to change up my style. All it takes is 4 good pins, and then you go to the more ideas section, and Pinterest really gives you what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's the best.
And I think that is a great way to bring in new excitement. You can do it in date ideas. You can do it vacation inspo. Book a trip and then have a picture inspo for your trip. What a fun way to get you excited.
It's so good. Right now, my mood boards my Pinterest feed is all wedding content.
Unfortunately, now mine is as well. Because I was like, Courtney, I'm seeing a lot of good wedding stuff. Like, we should probably just create a shared Pinterest board so I can tag it. And I did that for a little bit too long, and it's all I see. So I need to reshuffle my Pinterest board.
We have a Pinterest board called Manifesting Court's Dream Wedding.
Yeah.
And Ashley has went ahead and added every wedding she saw that was like $1 million+. And I'm like, perfect.
I'm just adding
totally
it for
in
the
budget.
vibes. Adding for the vibes. It doesn't need to be the same location.
No, I know. It does not at all. But yeah, I've re-entered that Pinterest boarding era as well. I got back into it because of wedding, but now I'm also doing it for all the other things. And there's nothing better than like getting cozy on the couch or running yourself a bubble bath and like doing nothing else but that. It is so therapeutic.
It's so therapeutic. And it's just the epitome, I think, of cozy fall.
Yeah, 100%. Ashley and I finally did something that has been in the group chat for years. And that is we booked flights for a You Can Do Both extended vacation to my childhood home in Florida.
Yay!
Woo!
I have
So
not
exciting.
been back to Courtney's childhood home since, I think, college.
Since pre-2020.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It is. Every year she's like, oh, yeah, we'll go to Florida.
Yeah.
Says it in such a casual manner,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like, yeah, of course.
Of
like,
course.
Never, ever does it ever happen. So I invited myself this time. I said, Courtney, send me dates for Florida. She's like, okay.
Yeah. And we did it. And the way that it could translate to your life is just book the trips. Like, that is so exciting. Like, even if it's something small, send it in your group chats now, plan it, just make one move on it, either the Airbnb or the flights. And then how exciting is that? You have something to look forward to. The trip comes, schedule your PTO, and then just spend time with like your quality best friends.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Also, because Joe and I have not done our annual Miami trip this year, and I really thought we were going to break like the cycle. This would be the first year in 4 years that we didn't do it. And now we get to do it. So I'm just so excited.
It's going to be a time.
Yeah.
But it gets so busy this time of year. So like if you don't plan it now, it's never going to happen, which is why it has never happened in the past. So
yeah. For me, I have a notes app in my phone of like the hobbies, or maybe it's on Notion. It's somewhere, and I write down all of my hobbies because sometimes I just have so many that I forget. Like, I really am a serial hobbyist. And more recently, now that the weather's getting a little cooler, I'm picking up my hobbies. So I did just cook Joe a delicious dinner last night. Raw dogged it, no recipe.
Wow.
We have nothing in our fridge or our
impressive.
cabinets, but as we cleaned it all out, I was like, we're going to use this, we're going to use this, we're going to use this. And I did a full salad, garlic bread, pasta with chicken, like so good. Made the homemade dressing, made the homemade sauce.
wow.
So I'm entering my chef era again, which I'm most excited about. I've also picked up knitting, and I'm looking at my scarf, and just pause one moment because I would like to share with the class.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow.
Guys, look how long my scarf is.
Wow.
I know. So my dream here is actually that I can start doing this faster, and then for Christmas I can gift you guys all like a homemade something.
Wow. Really, really, really cute.
Isn't it cute?
You should knit something for Izzy.
I should.
Like a little hat.
The thing is,
or
this
something.
is
The only thing that you know how to do.
I've made mittens and a headband.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
I'll do
really
headbands
impressive.
because
That's
headbands
really
are good.
impressive.
But yeah, this is definitely the easiest.
Who is this for?
Myself.
Very
Yeah.
impressive, I must say.
Yep. So if anyone wants to knit, I took a knitting class virtually. They have a place in the South End. You can just look it up in Boston. But in theory, you could do it anywhere. And it was during COVID. So they did classes online, so you didn't even have to go
In person.
in person. I think they shipped you like the yarn and the needles and everything. And yeah, it's such a fun little hobby. Like while you're watching TV or
Yeah.
Joe will have football on. really great. And then my other one is reading. I'm just super into reading right now. I can tell you on my Goodreads. I won't take the time to do that. I think I've read like 12 books this year.
Wow.
Which is my goal for the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so pretty good. Also, I added a poll to the Instagram story last night. I didn't realize how many of you were into reading. I feel like because we don't talk about books.
Yeah.
I forget that other people do. So we are going to do a book club episode in like early December. So we'll pick the book in October or so. And then for the next month, like you guys can read along with us. We'll put some polls and we can all vote on the book together. And then we'll do a book club episode talking about it. So, I just love all these little hobbies. Like they're so fun and they make you feel so good.
I know. I need some more hobbies in my life. I just found out that one of Matt's best friends has new pickleball courts in his apartment building, which is iconic because apparently, or I guess the reason why I haven't played pickleball is because it's hard to like just go stumble across a court that's like not being used. And then they do have courts that you could reserve, but it's just like a hassle. And Matt just started playing with his buddy, and now we're going to start playing together with his buddy and his wife, and me included.
Amazing.
And I'm so excited because although, like, it's not weather dependent, like, we can go over whenever since it's indoor. So that is going to be a hobby that I finally pick up that's been on my list for forever. But I'd like to pick up some other home hobbies.
Yeah.
I will keep you updated with what I end up gravitating towards.
Oh, also, I know you said you wanted to play tennis, and
yeah, I do want to play tennis.
So I have a friend, shout out Henry, and I've claimed him as my informal tennis coach that is unpaid. And I just texted him and I'm like, hey, I think I'd like to play tennis this week. So I texted him. We went last week, but then it started raining, so we couldn't play, and we just got coffee instead. But we are playing next week, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but he's so patient. He just like serves me the ball, and then I run across the court and hit it, and it's so fun.
Wow.
So what a fun activity.
Do you have tennis rackets?
Mm-hmm. Right in that closet right there.
Wow.
Joe ordered them because he wanted to play tennis, but Joe and I can't play together because he's like, Ashley, you're not hitting it correctly. I'm like, you've never played tennis. I know more than you do when it comes to this. He's like, that wasn't a good serve. You need to change your arm like this. I'm like, you've never played tennis. Yeah. Zip your lips.
That's how
unfortunately, we can't do it together.
That's how I'm starting to feel about Matt and I with kickball. Mm-hmm.
Guys, Courtney will get on first base, and Matt will literally run across the kickball field, and he's like the first base coach, and he's like, run. And like, if you don't listen, or like if he's not out there from you, and he's like, Court, you should have done this. It's like, how are you supposed to know?
I can't. So the one rule that he has instilled in me is if it's in the air, do not run. Like, that's the one thing. Last kickball game, Matt was at at base?
At first base?
No. He was kicking it. It was his turn. What is that called?
I don't know.
Anyway, Matt was home plate?
Yeah.
But I don't think that transfers kickball. Anyway, this is clearly a leisure activity for us.
I feel like kickball can't be anything but a leisure activity.
Yeah, no, true. Except for Matt. Anyhow, so he was kicking the ball. He was getting pitched to. He kicks it into the air. So I'm at first, and I'm like, I'm not running. The pitcher somehow like catches it 2 feet away from me, but kind of drops it and catches it again. And Matt's like, what the heck? Why didn't you run? I'm like, what do you mean? You told me not to run if it gets in the air. And the guy was literally 2 feet away from me. So like whether he caught it or not, he would have gotten me out. And he's like, oh, it's like so frustrated. I'm like, you need to settle down.
He does get so frustrated.
You need to settle down.
Yeah.
And also, like, it's just a game. Like, why are you getting so... oh, my God.
Our very first game, Matt was like,
God.
all right, guys, I'm really going to try to take things not so seriously this year. And we're just going to have fun. The very first inning, this man jumps into the air to catch a ball, falls with his whole body to the ground, slides across the dirt, and rolls. He did successfully catch the ball, so snaps for that. He has a full, like, gash on his shoulder.
I thought he, like, dislocated his shoulder. So the man has, like, a huge dirt burn, like, equivalent of a rug burn on his shoulder and, like, on his legs. No shit. And he was like, I'm so embarrassed. Like, I just did not need to go that hard. I was like, true. But how more embarrassing would it have been if you went that hard and you didn't catch the 100%. Ball? So that slightly redeemed himself. But so funny. So fun. Okay, something else that brings me so much excitement as of recent is pre-work activities that deviate from the original routine.
Okay.
So, more recently, workout classes together.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's nothing more exciting than going to a workout class with a bestie. And since Ashley's rejoined Equinox, we'll do at least one class together during the week. And it just breaks everything up so nicely. And sometimes I even get there and I'm like, I would prefer to just sit there and yap and not work out. But just seeing a friendly face in the morning is just so fun.
It's so much better than going alone.
Yeah, it is. It's an accountability partner. It's someone to giggle with before and after the workout. And it's just so nice. Like, I remember we didn't even take a class, but it was the first time we saw each other at the gym. And you were ending your workout when I was starting it, and we were, like, rolling out together. Yeah. We, like, sat there and talked for, like, 15 minutes. And I was like, wait, I don't even want to work out.
Yeah.
Like, should we just hang out?
No, it was so nice. It really makes all the difference. So I'm actually excited to be back, even though...
You're not.
No. I'm excited, even though I'm not. No, I need to be better about it. It's just really hard to balance the running.
Yeah.
Which I'm not doing. And the Equinox. Because when I go to Equinox, I'm like, I should be running. And then when I don't go, I'm like, I'm going to run today. And then I don't run because I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. I don't know why I signed up.
That was the craziest thing. Like, on a whim, I had after work drinks. Everyone's feeling themselves. Everybody just signed up for a half marathon. Like,
yeah.
No. Matt actually said the other day, imagine if they actually convinced you to run. I'd be miserable right now.
No. You know what? I actually think everything would be much better if you were running because
For the
I
mental
would have
health.
run with you.
Oh. Yeah.
And, like, I would have helped train with you, and we could have done it together. And I would have shown up for you. I wouldn't even be thinking about myself.
But you have Joe. You could be showing up for Joe right now.
Joe doesn't want to be on my workout plan. He's not listening to the expert runner here, and he's doing 2 runs a week, which is not good for your body. He comes home every time you're going to see him. He's like, oh, my knees, oh, my ankles. It's like, yeah, because you're not doing any short runs at all. You're not, like, building up your tolerance to it.
Yeah.
He's running 10 miles this morning.
Oh, my God. That's impressive.
Yeah. So he's not... We can't. We can't do it.
You can't.
He's difficult.
I see.
I could.
I understand.
Which is why I wanted to sign up, right? I'm like, this would be such a fun thing.
Together.
We can do it together. Nope.
Sometimes it'd be like that. It's men. It's men.
And they're the problem.
They are always the problem.
Love them sometimes. My last one is something I think everybody strives to do, but sometimes you fall off and you forget. But going to new restaurants, specifically pushing yourself to go to a location that's outside of your neighborhood.
Yes.
It's so easy to be like, we'll just go over to Back Bay. The North End's right here. Why would we drive 25 minutes out of the city into Somerville or Cambridge when there's so many options here?
Yeah.
And I think it's worth it. So the other night, Joe and I went to Gustazzo, I think it is, which... Mm-hmm. I had no idea, but it was on Moody Street in Waltham, our college town.
You went to Waltham?
No, they have a second location in Cambridge. So...
Yeah, that sounds really familiar. What type of food is that?
Like Cuban cuisine. I've never been. It was amazing. I saw it on TikTok in like a Boston eats around the city, and it was one slide, and I was like, those croquettes look really good. I want to go. I look it up. Truly a 35-minute drive.
Wow.
Because it's up by Davis Square. You can imagine how silly I looked when I post, and, you know, everybody in my life knows me from Bentley. And they're like, yeah, girl, this is fully in
Waltham.
Like, this is our college dinner spot. What do you mean? I'm like, well, it wasn't for me. But yeah, anyways, so I think the key to this is when you see it, you have to keep a running list somewhere. Yeah. You're never going to go back and look at the videos, or if you do, it's like a one-off occasion. But I think it's so fun to have a running list.
Yeah, it is. For example, we were trying to figure out a spot to go to dinner after our hot girl walk that unfortunately got canceled or rescheduled, I will say. And we were like, where should we go? And like, we probably should have just looked at a running list and chose something, because it's so easy to be like, oh, let's go here that we normally always go to because it's top of mind, you know? And similar to how like switching things up in your routine brings so much joy, like switching the places up that you go to and having it feel like a new experience is exciting. I just went to a place called Gray's Hall for the first time, which I believe is something that has been known for a very long time, but I personally had never gone. It's like a natural wine bar in Southie that has like a very small limited menu, but it rotates. And I walked in. Have you been?
No, I've never been.
Oh my God. It was so good.
I've heard amazing things.
Like you walk in, it was kind of giving deluxe cafe, but in a less chaotic way. Like there was just a lot of like colorful string lights behind the bar. There was bar seating. There was like a couple of tables, but everyone that worked there was a vibe. Like guys that looked like they'd work in a brewery with like sleeves and like flat rim hats and like graphic t-shirts. And then everything that we got on the menu was unbelievable. Like truly, they have, I guess they have like, it might be self-proclaimed, but like the best burger in Boston. And it might be one of the best burgers I've ever had in general. And then we got a bunch of stuff to share. And I was like, wait, I want to come back here with Matt now because this could be a really cute date spot, especially in the winter time.
Yeah.
And then also, I think something that will help you try new places is just putting things on the calendar. Like send the calendar invite, because I think it's easy, similar to our Florida trip or similar to, oh my God, we should really try this place. Just add it to the calendar and like it's something to look forward to. Like, oh my God, I forgot I put this reservation on. When you're looking on Sunday, you're like, oh great, like I have a date with all my girlfriends on Tuesday night to like hang out and do nothing. Or oh my God, I have something on Friday night. I have a date night with my best friend. Like just keeps life moving and exciting.
It does. I've been really into booking out the calendar, but in a good way, in a healthy way.
Yes.
Not in an overly over the top way.
Yep. Like I looked into October, we have the Boston Ballet on the calendar.
Yep.
We have Nantucket on the calendar.
We do.
But yeah, so many fun things coming up.
Yes. There's so much to be excited for.
Yes, there is.
Whether it's small, in your home, a little hobby, or it's big, like trips with your best couple friend to Florida.
Yeah.
Or anywhere else in the world, really. The world is our oyster.
It is. It is. So we hope you enjoyed today's episode. We hope you are inspired to find some excitement or just appreciate the things in your life and realize how exciting life can be. And if this episode resonated with you or think it would resonate with a friend, be sure to share it with a friend. And we love you.
Talk to you next week.
Bye.
Big stretch.